Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Sinking City. Robert Rambles here, and thanks for joining me today. We are nearing the university up here in the Advent District, or at least the building that I'm fairly certain is the university, but could very well just be a library. So we'll find out.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to Oakmont University
It's the library.
Joy Hayden. Can I
And
help?
what
Charles Reed,
in
private
the hell?
investigator.
Well, let's see if we get access to the archives. So it's not the university.
I need to see your book catalogs.
Sure. Over there.
And that's it? No payment, no threatening, no favors in return.
No. Library public. Knowledge for everyone. Welcome.
Well, that's music to my, eyes.
Okay, let's just ask the obvious question and get it out of the way.
I apologize for my bluntness, but can I ask you a question?
Mouth?
Yeah.
Punishment. Long story.
Again, sorry for me being so direct, but that can't be legal, can it? This looks like... it looks like torture.
Legal in Oakmont. Local custom.
Huh.
That's effing horrible.
This city doesn't look like it has much need for books, except as fuel for fires. How come the library is in such good shape?
Mr. Throgmorton. Funds. Keeps everything in check.
Really? Huh. I wouldn't have thought that of him. I wonder why.
He says people need hope, entertainment, escapism. Now more than ever, can't imagine library without his help.
Bye, Joy.
Okay. Wonderful. So this probably is not going to be what we need. This would be if we were looking for a specific book. So if this is not the university, this is Oakmont City Hall. Okay, the university is way over here in Reed Heights. We did that. Okay, so we need to head all the way over there, actually. I wonder if we can catch a phone booth over here somewhere, though, since we're in the area. If we look around, maybe we could find a phone booth for the next time we want to come back. Otherwise, we're going to be heading west. Oh, here's one right here, I think. There we go. That's convenient. And let's go ahead and just head west. There doesn't seem to be a lot to find just out in the world, so... And the only doors we can go into are going to be doors that are marked, so it's not worth it to like run up and check every building, because for the most part we're not going to be able to get inside. Whoops. Okay. We'll probably take the boat over. Let's just do that. This guy's either sleeping or dead. Looks totally dead to me. Police officer doesn't mind. I think we can go this way. We might as well go up 2 streets and go left. I wonder if, like, as things get worse and we go through things like people eating poisoned fish, if the population of the town will ever decrease, or if things in the town will change as the story goes on and kind of get worse. I mean, it's already pretty freaking bad, I guess, when you think about it, but people seem to just be, well, carrying on about their existence, whatever that is. I wonder if the mail is still running. Probably not. They said they were cut off.
Best stuff in Oakmont. All on sale.
There
Today only.
haven't been any vendors or anything that we could interact with.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit.
Alright, this must be the university. I don't know if we're gonna get in this door. Closed for maintenance. Okay. Well, that's
Best stuff in Oakmont.
it's
All on
unfortunate.
sale. Today only.
Maybe there's another way in. Or not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is not the building we need. There seem to be several buildings on campus, so let's just go check a different building. Maybe. It doesn't seem to me like a functioning university anymore. I could be wrong, but it just seems like people are camping out here on the green. Yeah, that's really strange. I could be just not totally missing the main entrance, and maybe that's the only door we could get in is this front one here. So we'll check here, and we'll check here. I don't see a mark on it. And the tip said that only marked doors would be doors we could enter. Yeah, so it's not this building. Okay. Very odd. None of the buildings are accessible right now. This one has a closed sign on the door, but that's all that it says. Can we talk to this guy?
Welcome to,
Oh, we
to
can.
the University of Oakmont. How can I help you?
You get used to not being able to interact with any NPCs that are standing outside, basically. So yeah, we could talk to Green Sweater Guy. Alright, so we need to find the professor.
I'm looking for Professor Westerbrook. You know where I can find him?
You're the one bringing him the specimen?
Specimen?
Never mind.
The
He's in the
specimen.
Department of Medicine. Let me show you.
Somebody's up to something.
You recognize this bottle? You know where it comes from?
Sorry. We have hundreds of bottles like this in the
This guy is
university.
very nervous.
Fine. I need to know what's in it. Any suggestions?
You need an analysis.
Yes, we do.
Well, I'm sure someone from the Department of Medicine can help there.
You have a good day.
Goodbye, sir.
So maybe he just has a speech impediment. Department of Medicine. And this isn't this building. Okay, so maybe now we can get in here. Maybe we needed to have that interaction first. It makes sense. But like, I guess I need to walk up closer to NPCs, but if you walk up to any NPC in the world, there just aren't any that you can even speak with, so it just kind of gets in your head that they're basically inanimate objects. Unless they're inside of a building. Here we go.
Hello, sir. Welcome to Oakmont University Department of Medicine. I'm Samuel.
Charles Reed, private investigator. I have a few questions if you don't mind. You recognize this bottle? Maybe you could tell me what's inside.
That's one of our lab bottles. We have a lot of them. As for what's inside, I'd need to run some tests.
Could you do that for me?
These tests aren't cheap. And the other day I could get right to it, but we're, somewhat hindered right now.
What's up?
Our lab is crawling with, well, creatures.
Oh, great.
Professor Westerbrook's research is
Creatures.
a little unconventional, and something went wrong. Really wrong.
Yeah, they probably multiplied.
So, if I do a little pest control for you, you'll run those tests for me. For free?
Our budget is tight. You'd be helping the cause of science, Mr. Reed.
Huh.
Isn't that enough?
Oh, I guess science could help itself.
All right. Yes, you solve our problem, and I'll run the test for you. Off the books. Here's the key for the basement.
Good man. Good man. Alright, so, what's this? EOD is banned. To all staff and students of the University of Oakmont, henceforth any mention of everyone's obvious duty organization, also known as EOD, its symbolics, current and or past members, as well as espousing their beliefs, is forbidden on university grounds on pain of dismissal and or expulsion. The administration has received numerous reports of EOD activity and outreach disguised as so-called charity work throughout our university and all over Oakmont. This dangerous activity has reached epidemic proportions and cannot be tolerated. Administration of the Board of Trustees. Okay, so they're not fond of EOD. It's banned at the university.
The door won't budge.
Door won't budge. But why not? Could clearly get into this door. Okay, we have a little bit of a problem. Because we have to do some pest control. We have a grenade. We have some traps. But we only have 4 bullets. Oh, we have 7 bullets. But those are going to go fast. And we have to do some pest control. So... oh, I think it's sauce. Whoops. Well, that got one of them. I don't know how to even set the trap, I guess. I don't know if we're gonna be able to lure it back here. It doesn't seem like it wants to crawl over that. Oh shit. I don't think they can get over this barricade. Honestly. Alright, well. Doesn't leave us with any bullets left, but might have got the job done. Oh, and it got us the first aid kit, which we actually need to use, like, immediately. Alright, so I feel like if we're lucky, it's over, and if we're not lucky, this one's alive. Okay.
What kind of person would even touch this? Not to mention dissect it.
Right. Better to pretend like it doesn't exist.
Some serious equipment they've got here. Oakmont University is clearly well funded.
Oh, we're getting a little not good. We're not doing good. Let's get back somewhere where we feel safe, okay? Our sanity level is just dropping. It's still not any good. There we go. It's the first time we've had to use one of those stimulants or whatnot. What are these called? Yeah, these antipsychotics. Shot of powerful antipsychotics to keep your mind clear when you need it. Ignore the side effect list. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Hopefully we'll keep our sanity long enough to thoroughly explore down here. Yes, pistols, gunpowder, and shell casings, so we need all that. Experiment log, part 1. March 2nd. I finally received a living specimen. Sadly, it's only the smallest one. The grunts call it Mr. Handsome, but I think it needs a proper name. March 3rd. Was thinking about the name for the specimen all night. I began a series of experiments on the creature. So far, it has proven exceptionally resistant to all the poisonous substances at my disposal, as well as acid and electrocution. Its shrieking, though, is bound to haunt me. March 5th. Last night I had a vision. Thousands of hands wrapped around me as a blanket, and I heard the name inside my head. Stygian Harvester. Wonderful.
What
He had
kind
a
of person
had a
would
vision.
touch this?
These are
Not to
Stygian
mention dissect
Harvesters.
it.
Good to know. Their proper name. Okay. Oh, Jesus. No, no, no. I don't want to fight that at all. Experiment log part 2, March 10th. With those pesky limitations removed, I can finally continue my experiments unhindered. I need to know more. The specimen remained alive even with half of its internal organs removed. It's fascinating. I'm on the verge of a breakthrough in biology as we know it. March 15th. I developed a way to reanimate their tissue, even in one that's been dead for weeks. This is monumental. The possibilities of it, the implications. Does this hint at something hidden, some trait present inside other creatures, and perhaps even ourselves? I will need to find volunteers. So he's basically just becoming a mad scientist. As you are wont to do when you find monsters. If you are a scientist, especially if you're a doctor of medicine or biology, I'm sure you just would naturally want to start investigating these creatures. Okay. I guess the last thing to click on is this big creature right here. Though I'm terrified that when I do that, he's going to be alive.
I'm glad this thing is dead. Why do they even keep it here?
Okay. That's enough of all that. Yeah, I don't want to fight one of those things for real, but I think that eventually it's showing it to us because we're going to encounter those. Oh yeah, cartridges. Now I feel like we're not investigating nearly hard enough. Could tell him that we're done. Or we could clearly keep rooting around because it's definitely worth it. Let's see what we've got. We can make a first aid kit, I think. Oh no, we can't. What are we missing? We need 2, we only have 1? Is that what the deal is? Okay. We can make some revolver bullets, which has been our go-to. We could make these too, but it fires quickly, right? Should be okay for now. Alright.
Your lab is certified creature-free.
Excellent, Mr. Reed. You've done us a great favor. Now we can get things up and running again.
Yeah, but let's talk about these experiments.
Your lab was, interesting. Running experiments on those creatures. What's up with that?
Oh, they're fascinating, aren't they? Convincing evidence of new branches in the evolutionary tree. Can you blame us for taking an interest?
Maybe not. But so much dead flesh down there, that's going to attract scavengers. Didn't you think about that?
Yeah. Well, no. We'll be more careful in the future. Your point's taken.
Okay. I've done my part. Here's the bottle. Now you run those tests.
Yes. Wait here. It shouldn't take long.
Okay, we could do that.
We finished that analysis, sir. It's ricin.
Ricin?
A highly toxic poison extracted from castor beans. It's slow-acting, but absolutely fatal to humans.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so where did it come from?
So,
here?
Where do you get ricin? This isn't something you can pick up from a drugstore.
About that. It is rare, but we have a certain amount of it here. For study, in our poison store. Or we did. I'm afraid that must be where it came from. The label had been tampered with, but it certainly looks like ours. Where did you find it?
Crime scene. Someone was trying to poison a bunch of fish with it.
This is horrible. I need to warn everyone in the university about this.
Yeah, and what's going to happen to people who have ingested it?
How can you tell if someone's been poisoned with ricin?
The symptoms take several days to develop. At first, it's like a common cold. But over several days, well, it develops into hemorrhage, internal organ failure, and death.
Everybody in town's going to die
It's not a
horribly.
pleasant way to die.
It's going to be bad. Can we cure this at all?
There's some kind of cure for ricin?
I'm afraid not. Once it's in your system,
Oh, man.
it's a death sentence.
And who here has access to this
Who's
stuff?
got access to where the poison's stored?
Everybody, probably.
Only Professor Westerbrook has the key. His office is upstairs.
That's too
Right
convenient.
alongside Professor Cavendish's. Professor Westerbrook's not here, though. He's been sick for the last few days. Professor Cavendish is away as well. On vacation.
Where do they live?
I'm not sure, but probably somewhere in Advent. Most of the teaching staff live there. Wait, you don't think it was one of them?
I'm working on that. Can you let
Well,
me
one of them is
upstairs?
sick and one of them is vanished, so...
Well... all right. This is serious. I'll help you.
That's right, make the right choice,
Here's
man.
the key. But please don't disturb the professor's things.
Okay, and tell me about these two professors.
I'd like to know a bit more about your professors.
What do you want to know?
The one that's sick is totally inflicted with ricin. Westerbrook, he's the one that's sick, right?
I want to know more about Westerbrook.
He's the head of our department. He's been here for, well, at least 30 years. He's one of the longest-serving staff we have. As you've already seen, he's particularly interested in the wild beast that recently appeared in our city.
Yeah, that's quite the unique fauna you have there.
I've no idea how he did it, but Mr. Throgmorton's men brought him live specimens for his research. He
Jeez.
thinks he's on the verge of a breakthrough in evolutionary theory. A secret that, once revealed, will benefit all humankind.
Some secret should stay buried. 6 feet under.
Agreed with that. These things are not going to tell us
not a
anything
man of
useful.
science, are you?
They're monsters.
It's not about why. It's about what if.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous work. And this other professor, because this is the one who's missing. And I have a theory, if the other guy is sick, then he's probably not the one who did it. Maybe this other professor took the stuff, poisoned the other professor.
What can you tell me
let's
about
see.
Professor Cavendish?
He's one of the most brilliant teachers we have here. A PhD at only 25. Just imagine.
Is he
His
new?
biochemistry studies are
Here?
second to none. Worthy of a Nobel Prize. If he could complete his work.
What's his problem?
I don't know. There's some kind of family trouble. It's made him standoffish and irritable, and easily distracted. I hope he gets through whatever he's going through. We need his talent, especially in these dark times.
He
I'll see
seems
you
guilty.
later.
He seems guilty to me. Okay, we got a key to the office on the second floor. And then Westerbrook has access to the poison. EOD ranks are swelling. And the guard is afraid of Anna. He did tell us that. I don't know if there's anything here to connect right now. But now we can go upstairs to the offices. That's downstairs. Once we find said stairs. Here we go. A lot of bullets around this place, and gunpowder and shell casings. I kind of get worried when games like this throw so much ammunition at us. Out of nowhere? We have 19 shell casings now. Alright. So we can get into Cavendish's office. And again with the weird noises. Could be just that the building's old. This is Westerbrook's desk. Note from Professor Westerbrook, this is absurd. It's been 5 months and they still haven't finished repairing my office. I'm done sitting in the corridor like some kind of waiter. I won't step foot into this building again until the works are finished. Or you give me Cavendish's office. You tell that to the board. I'm through with this farce. So he was not very happy. Authorized personnel only.
The door won't budge.
Oh, it will. With a few solid whacks. We probably had the key. Right?
These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison. These bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
Okay. We've got some omens here to follow. It's been a minute since we followed omens around. Draft of an article. Brothers and sisters, crossed out. Too familiar. My fellow Americans, crossed out. They are Americans too, citizens of Oakmont. How much longer will we put up with those fish-faced bass crossed out? Those sea freaks crossed out? How much longer will we put up with this? Those K-forsaken degenerates who call themselves the EOD crossed out. Okay, so trying to write an article against the EOD, but also trying to tone it down, but they didn't quite get there on toning it down or making it PC at all, so. And yeah, well, why were they leading us in here? Was it just for that? No.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
Oh, so he had a copy of the key. It was this guy. He took the key from Westerbrook's office, brought it in here, and made a copy of the key in the soap.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
and he's bald. And that's right. The guy said that, Daryl said that whoever had been sneaking down there to poison the fish was a bald guy. We have a bald guy here who is writing anti-EOD propaganda. Obviously, if he poisons the fish, makes the EOD look really bad, it serves his cause, right? So it's got to be this Cavendish fellow. Yeah, Cavendish. He made a spare key. Westerbrook has access to the poison, but Cavendish had a spare key. The poison thief. George Cavendish, professor at Oakmont University, is the poison thief. He made himself a copy of the key to the poison locker. According to his students, he lives somewhere in Advent. Okay. So we've got a line on our suspect. Perfect. So now we just have to find out where he is in the city. Might be easier said than done. We'll go exploring and we'll try to find him and we'll see what else we can get into. And I don't know if they're going to keep throwing bullets and stuff at us like this, but it'd be okay if they did, especially with our terrible aim. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. When we come back, we will find the professors. The one is sick. Westbrook is sick, and I'm thinking that he was probably poisoned by the Ricin. And then we'll go see Cavendish, who is undoubtedly guilty. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the support. And we'll see you again soon. Take care.